Ladies and gentlemen, as chess has developed over the years, the floor has only gone up and up. Back in the old days, you wouldn't have opening theory, you wouldn't have any of this checking the engine to see if my moves are good. There was none of that, okay? There wasn't even books on chess. Now we have so much available to us to improve, so the floor of chess is now a lot higher than what it used to be. I sit at around 1,000 in Blitz, okay? I never play Blitz, I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't played Blitz properly in like 2 years, so theoretically, I should be a lot higher than what I am. So in today's video, we're going to see just how good these 1,000 rated Blitz players are. Because before, even like before COVID hit, where the big chess boom was, people at this Elo were really not very good. But I have a feeling the floor has gone up. So we're going to see just how good they are in today's video. I'm closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind smashing that subscribe button, I would love you forever. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Okay, so as you can see, I'm like 1,042 rated. We're going for a little bit of 3+2, so 3-minute games, 2-second time increments. Okay, so this position we obviously reach a lot. I quite like the Ponziani, but I'm going to play the Scotch. Just try and take the centre, and I presume they're going to trade everything. If they take my knight, it's actually a little bit of an inaccuracy. There is this move like bishop c5. Okay, they just opt to move their knight. The reason it's an inaccuracy is because I have a queen in the centre of the board, in which is not easily targeted. Let's now develop our bishop, gives us the option of castling. I'd also like to maybe Keto my dark squared bishop, just setting up some threats later down the line. Okay, and now they play this move. So now if I take, I guess they could move their knight over here, discovered attack, but I'm not sure it's really a threat, so I am just going to pick up this pawn. Okay, so they move their knight over this way, so let's back our queen on up all the way. They have a couple of options of check, but I can just block with my c3 pawn. I could also just block with the knight. So let's go ahead and develop our knight while blocking this check. Okay, so they opt to castle. I could also opt for castling. I could also play like b3, preparing this Keto bishop. Because obviously my queen does defend this knight, so I am actually going to play b3. They could go for like a6 and b5 at some stage, but I'll just back on up. That's no issue. Bishop b2 looks very natural now. And it just feels like we have like a real overwhelming attack. Now, I was almost instantly going to take with the bishop, but if I take with the queen, then we are threatening mate. So that seems like a good idea. Just look at this absolute snipers we have set up here. This is absolutely glorious. So my opponent here, it's quite an unfortunate position. You kind of have to play this move f6. Obviously you can't move the knight here to defend the square because my pawn will take. Okay, so they go ahead and resign. That's very weird. I feel like they could have just played, I don't know, a move like f6. Oh no, they can't because they're pinned. What am I talking about? God, I'm just as bad as these guys. What am I talking about? Okay, so we head on up to 1,050. Let's jump straight into another game. Okay, guys, game number 2 with the white pieces as well. Let's play e4. Oh my god, they're going for a Sicilian. See, this is what I mean. Like, what 1,000 rated player 3 years ago knew about the Sicilian? Let's go for an Alapin, where you play c3 and d4. I think after the move d5, am I meant to take? Am I meant to take? I think I have to take, right? I'm going to take. And then I guess we still play this move d4, and then we just get the gorgeous looking centre. But this is what I mean. What 1,000 player knew about a Sicilian? It's just insane. I know nothing about the Sicilian, like literally no one does. There's just far too many lines in the Sicilian. But we're actually going to go ahead and look to bring our bishop pair like we have been in a lot of games. I wonder if they have long castling, by the way, just putting as much pressure on here as possible. That would be an interesting idea. We have bishop c4 hitting the queen and sending it packing. So hopefully it does retreat. And then probably just get short castled, right? Just keep the king safe. Rook e1 looks pretty good. Looks like they're going to go ahead and get castled themselves. And now it's just all-out war, really. That's what I say. That's what I say. Gonna play knight to d2. Maybe it would have been a good idea to maybe trade off our bishops. I'd like to get my queen off of this d1 square, but it's not clear where it wants to go. So we're going to play here for now. Maybe offer a light square bishop trade. That could be the play, potentially. Let's maybe play here. Just so that after takes, you obviously can't take with your... Or you can take with your queen, that is allowed, but I personally wouldn't recommend it myself. And yeah, I may offer a little bit of a trade here now. And I know this is weak, hitting my queen, but then I take... Okay, let's take on back. And then, I don't know, maybe we have like knight g5. It just feels very, very attacking. Maybe not the move for me. Kind of just want to be as solid as humanly possible. Pause. That is not what I meant. Get your heads out the gutters. I meant defensively sound. Okay, that's the word I'm going to use. Okay, so maybe my opponent wants to play like knight to c2. So obviously like queen e3 would just be a major mistake. Maybe queen here is the move, but then I'm sort of blocking my own rook. It's quite unfortunate that we have allowed this knight to jump here. It's quite unfortunate. Let's just head on back. Knight clearly wants to come here. Pause. But I just have rook e2. You are hitting me here, which is unfortunate, but again, I'd take and you would not be able to take back with your queen. So I think we're okay. We're like clinging on. We have this move as well at some stage, which is very pleasant. Yeah, and then like you go here, I'd go here potentially, or maybe even just kick you with my pawns. Yeah, I mean it's been an interesting game. We really shouldn't have allowed knight b4, but you know, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Okay, so you're blocking the path of your queen onto this pawn, so I feel very comfortable in playing this now. Again, if you take, I can take back. So I feel like you go this way, I go here, and then you just go all the way back. Yeah, I'm going to push with the pawn, keep the pressure up. You could obviously rook trade with me now, but I think they'd maybe prefer to keep the tension on the board. They do. Nice. So this pawn is going to be maybe a target at some stage. Not currently, though, so that's always good. We don't have this move anymore. And this pawn is sort of a hindrance to our position. This knight move looks quite good. Looks like a nice little outpost. Sort of hoping to play here at some stage, potentially. But it's not overly clear what my opponent wants to really play for, I don't think. Maybe like knight f4 is an idea, hitting my rook. I'm not overly sure. I'm not sure. It's a strange looking position. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, they hit my knight, but I kind of wanted to go here anyway, and now maybe make this trade, which may seem a bit silly because they have this battery with the queen and rook, but I don't know, I'm not overly scared of it just yet. And I think if anything, this pawn is like a real thorn in their side currently. Okay, so they opt for this rook trade. I wonder if this is the play. Does that allow me to maybe get my rook? I mean, that's obviously not a move right now, but at some stage. Okay. That's very interesting. The reason this isn't a move is because when you give this check, sorry, with the queen, so I'll just show you guys, for example, takes, they think they have back rank mate, but luckily my knight and rook both see this square, so all is okay. So that is just a free knight. Yeah, so like I can block with the rook, and if you take, well, my knight obviously just takes back. And then you might play here, like pinning my knight with the rook, but I can just move my king over. I could play like queen here. Like I have quite a few options here, so it's a little bit of a big miscalculation, but that is normal. That is okay. Okay, so they take the pawn, hitting my bishop. So now, where is the best square to move my bishop to? Looking at bishop c1, looking at bishop d4. Kind of like bishop c1 a little more, I think. No, I don't actually. I like bishop to d4 because bishop c1 sort of invites the rook to come and get involved. And if I was to take, well then that would be game over. So let's play bishop to d4. They pick up another pawn. I'm actually going to make an escape for my king. So now we sort of avoid any back rank shenanigans, because I do not want to be involved in anything like that. Yeah, now my opponent's very low on time. They go ahead and hit my rook. We have this move hitting the old queenie. So let's go ahead and play here. Also threatening to win this pawn. The bishop again still defended by my knight and queen, so like a move like this isn't overly scary. We'll just go ahead and pick up this pawn. And we win on time. So that's, again, good game to my opponent. Yeah, just like I think they played quite a good game, except for when they went for this knight move to f4 at the end. I think they probably actually had a bit of pressure on me during this game. But yeah, just a small miscalculation again. Just feels like if you sort of just wait around and try and force a mistake, then you're probably going to be okay. But let's jump into game 3, guys. Okay, guys, so game number 3, white pieces again. Let's go ahead. Okay, they bring their queen out very early, so we can gain a tempo on that. Could give a check, but I prefer to put my bishop on this c4 square. Looks like they kind of want to play like this. Let's just play a3 right away, just preparing for the... Okay, that is not what I thought they had in mind. Okay, maybe this was their plan, but it doesn't work. Bring this bishop out, target this pawn. Play knight here again, just adding as much pressure to this pawn as we can. Obviously, if they push, I just take, and then take with the bishop. Okay, they bring the queen out. That feels very brave. Let's play this move b4. Because you are currently pinned. So I don't know if queen there was the brightest of ideas. After the move b4, we just look pretty set to win this pawn. Okay, so they go ahead and threaten this knight, but I don't really necessarily know if we need to do anything about that. I mean, I'm just going to take. You know, danger levels in chess, big thing, big thing. Yeah, go ahead and take again. We're threatening this discovered attack, maybe like playing like knight here. Okay, they go ahead and give a check. Now, we can block with this knight, keeping this knight defended, which could be an idea, but these squares are currently blocked, so rerouting it at some stage looks a bit tricky, but that's okay, because we can sort of undermine this pawn structure relatively quickly with the amount of pressure we have. So I'm not overly worried just yet. And after we castle, I mean, we're just going to be ultra solid here. I should probably look to be a little bit better with my time, I think. So yeah, we can take this pawn now, which is reinforced by my bishop. Threatening the queen, threatening this pawn. Before we do go ahead and castle. And then, yeah, I'm not overly sure what the plan is for them here. I'm not overly sure. Okay, so they go for this. I did see this sort of pinning my bishop. Because if I was to go here now, they could just take, and I wouldn't be able to take back because of this pin. So it's important to go this way and not blunder like knight d4. That would be pretty catastrophic. Now the pawns might just start attacking me, but then I just go here. And we're just ultra solid, ultra solid. I mean, we're up a pawn and a bishop, so now it's, you know, just sort of about proving our advantage. After rook e1, my opponent's going to really want to move their king out the way. Yeah, it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. You can't afford to have your queen like this, because you would actually have to block with the knight, and then I'd take. So yeah, you need to move. Okay, good. But now we have this discovered check. So it's not actually as good as you might think. Discovered check on the king, threatening to win this queen. So yeah, feels like 1000 Elo Chess has definitely evolved, but I don't know, still missing a few basic tactics. Okay, and they go ahead and abandon the game. So guys, we're going to leave the video there. We played 3 games. Some of them were a lot harder than what I might have thought. It was sort of waiting for them to make a mistake. This game, I didn't really have to do anything. I mean, they sort of gave me the advantage for free. It never really felt like I'd earned it. But maybe that's like a common trend at this sort of Elo. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, like I say, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, comment. See you in the next one. Goodbye.